order and justice. Therefore, we pray for the various levels of city officials and in particular for this assembled council. We pray that you graciously grant them wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times, a sense of the welfare and true needs of your people, a keen thirst for justice and rightness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, and personal peace in their lives and joy in their task. We pray for the agenda set before them today. Give an assurance of what would please you and what would benefit those who live and work around our beloved city. It is in your most blessed name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council, in your packet are the minutes from the meeting of August 11th. Are there any additions or corrections? Now, I'll take a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and second, they be approved. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. They are approved.
There are no petitions or communications.
All right. And council, in your packet were the two committee reports from the last meeting. I see no liquor control licenses or proclamations.
Correct.
So we'll now move to person speaking on matters of city concern. The first is David Ruckman. Please come to the podium and say your name and address, and limit your comments to 4 minutes. If you need an additional 4, you can appeal to council for 4 more minutes to speak.
Good evening. My name is David Ruckman. I live at 204 East Gambier Street here in town. The topic that I wanted to speak on, and hopefully it'll end up being some pretty concise words, is in regards to the recent code enforcement. I wanted to thank the council as well as the city for the recent efforts for code enforcement. I know that there's going to be various debates and discussions about what the rules are, but I think it's also incredibly important to remember that if we fail to enforce standards, that becomes the new standard. So I just wanted to thank you very much and offer my support for the enforcement of the rules, as well as encouragement of the discussion. If we happen to not like them, that we go through the various channels and processes in order to get those amended. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate your comments. The next person is Maxim Heindel. Did I say that correct?
Yes, you did.
Same thing, name and address, and then we comments to 4 minutes unless you need an extension.
Thank you, City Council. My name is Max Heindel. I live in 14 Plaza Drive here in town. I know this topic is unrelated to what we are to discuss here today, but lend me your ears, please. As we approach the 250th birthday of the United States, which will be here before we know it, we must all play a part in the American story and experience that has been given before us. To be a patriot isn't just wearing red, white, and blue. It is to recognize and commemorate the pioneers, patriots, and innovators that came before us, laying the groundwork for what is here today. I am proposing this entire City Council to put forth legislation, or at least a proposal, to bring about a commemorative statue, Ohio historical marker, commissioned painting, whatever it may be, of 3 great American patriots worth remembering for America's 250th birthday. And they are American Revolutionary War general, politician, and founding father Henry Knox, for whom this county is named after. World War I fighter pilot / aviator, Mount Vernon native, and president of what once was, and you may recognize this name, this business, J.S. Ringwalt Company Department Store First Lieutenant Curtis Kinney. And finally, composer and entertainer, and also another Mount Vernon native, Daniel Decatur Emmett. I am asking not only this City Council, but the people of Mount Vernon to not let these names that I just mentioned fade into memory as some one-off persons that just came and went, yet let we, the people of this county, this great city, let and allow these names, their legacies, their sacred honor, their contributions be remembered, celebrated, and commemorated for generations to come. In closing, City Council, history is worth remembering. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your comments. It is coming up, 200, seems like we just had the 200th anniversary in my lifetime, and now we're gonna go to 250. Council, in your packets, or the agendas for this evening, we do have one additional piece of legislation, and that's resolution number 2025-86 with Mrs. Woods discussing the development of a salary study committee. With that addition, are there any additions or corrections? Not hearing any, I assume they're approved by consensus, and we'll move now to the legislative portion of the meeting. We have no resolutions this evening for third reading. We have several for second reading. The first one is resolution number 2025-76. Mr. Sherman.
A resolution authorizing and directing the auditor of the city of Mount Vernon to make supplemental appropriations.
Mrs. Seabold.
Thank you. I would like to suspend the rules requiring 3 separate readings and take resolution number 2025-76 to its third and final reading.
Second.
Been moved and seconded for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods.
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman.
Yes.
Ms. Keener.
Yes.
Mrs. Hager.
Yes.
Mrs. Siebel.
Yes.
Mr. Severns. Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Seabold.
Thank you. I move to adopt resolution number 2025-76.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adopt this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Seabold.
Thank you. Well, Dan, nice to see you. Would you like to
Good to see
talk
you too.
about this for us?
Of course. So currently the lodging tax budget for this year sits at $75,000, which is probably less than it should be, seeing as the lodging tax last year brought in just under $160,000. As council knows, we basically spit out everything that comes into the lodging tax, and it has tended to go up year by year. And I'll also add that the newest hotel in town is already the biggest hotel in town from the first month's receipts they delivered to us. So we will expect to probably increase this again, maybe before the end of the year, but I don't want to give you a number before we know for sure. So this kind of puts it more in line with what we definitely expect it to be. And we have a number of people counting on what we've already kind of allocated for it, so.
Council,
Exciting.
if you'll remember in our budget discussions last year, we talked about how we would have to look into the revenue portion and how we anticipated one with short-term rentals, Airbnbs, Verbos, things like that, which we are still looking at what the General Assembly is going to do when it comes to that. And I see some faces right now. There's still a lot of uncertainty there, but with the Hampton Inn coming online, we're going to go ahead and anticipate with our appropriations for next year, probably anywhere from a 15 to 20% increase with those figures. And with that, we can probably start looking at the legislation on how we divvy that up. So, and that will make an impact. I hope folks know that when you go to the Mount Vernon Inn, the Grand Hotel, the New Hampton Inn, Holiday Inn, any of these local places that pay into this hospitality tax and bed tax, that immediately gets carved up and goes into places like the Woodward Opera House, these conservancies in town that benefit tourism and drive activity into our community. And the CVB, just different areas of tourism. So I want folks to know that if you look at your itemized bill when you go, not just in Mount Vernon, but all across Ohio and of course across the country, when you start looking at that itemized bill, what is this bed tax? That's what that's for, and it does, you know, when you see kids running around at Ariel Foundation Park, for instance, while they're not a direct recipient of that bed tax, the Conservancy, it's still, you know, disbursements, like I know the downtown disbursement was, I think we helped out the farmer's market this year. Little things like that that generate a lot of activity that make Mount Vernon a desirable place for people to come and live, work, and raise a family. So that's that adjustment. We anticipated that there would have to be an adjustment, but we didn't know that a positive thing, that there would be another 15 to 20% increase even into 26. So.
Council, any other discussion? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-77.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to dispose of vehicles in the police department not needed for public use by the city of Mount Vernon and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Mahan?
Sir, this normally is handled by.
Yes, it's just,
No, it's
that should,
me.
that should be Mrs. Siebold.
Yes. Thank you. I would like to suspend the rules that require 3 separate readings and take 2025-77 to its third and final reading.
Second.
Then moving second for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Siebold?
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-77.
Second.
Then moving and second for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Siebold?
Thank you. Oh, Chief, we've got everything you'd want here, don't we?
We have quite a few vehicles.
Oh, we have motorcycles, Hondas, geez,
Mini
Coopers.
Coopers.
Mini Cooper.
Yes, we've got it all right here.
So, standard fare, like we've done many times before. The impound lot's getting a little full. We need to clear it out. The top two on there, the white Explorer and the white Tahoe, those are former police cars that have been taken out of service and replaced. The rest of them are vehicles that have been forfeited to the city.
But they were driven very carefully when they were, just like
Quite
a little
honestly,
old lady.
most of these cars are probably in a little rough shape. But we do get as much value as we can out of them for the city, and we repurpose that money into maintaining the rest of our fleet. So,
Anybody
if
needs a
you're
mini?
interested in one, get on Gov Deals and bid on it.
Anybody needs a Mini Cooper? Here's your
There
chance.
could be a Mini Cooper, yeah.
Any other discussion? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-78.
A resolution authorizing the city of Mount Vernon to participate in the Ohio Treasurer's online checkbook program.
Mrs. Siebold?
Thank you. I would like to suspend the rules that require 3 separate readings and take resolution number 2025-78 to its third and final reading.
Second.
Been moved and seconded for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Siebold?
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-78.
Second.
Been moved and seconded for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Siebold?
Thank you. We had a committee meeting on this last time, and both of the auditors and everyone seems to think this online checkbook would be fantastic. And I think it would be really nice. I was thinking it was a great idea. Does anybody have any questions on it? Tanner, do you want to say anything?
Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-79.
A resolution authorizing and directing the auditor of the city of Mount Vernon to rename the 230 fund, create lines within the renamed fund pursuant to ORC 5705.09F, make supplemental appropriations to the new fund, and declaring an emergency.
Mrs. Seabolt.
Thank you. I would like to suspend the rules that require 3 separate readings and take resolution number 2025-79 to its third and final reading.
Second.
Been moved and second for suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Seabolt,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Seabolt.
Thank you. I move to adopt resolution number 2025-79.
Second.
Been moved and second for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Seabolt.
Thank you. Okay, Dan, you want to take us through this?
Of course. So this piece of legislation is basically something that council's been addressing through other pieces of legislation. It kind of continues it with regard to some grants that probation receives. We found out that they have some other grants as well, so we wanted to accommodate them within this fund line, or within this fund. And so we renamed the fund and added some more lines. And the lines were helpful because of the nature of the grants operating on a different cycle than our funding cycle. So that's basically the size of it.
Any other discussion? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Seabolt,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Now we move to resolution number 2025-80. Mr. Sherman.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to advertise for bids and enter into contract for the demolition of buildings related to the relocation of State Route 13, relocation to South Sandusky Street project, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Ruckman.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to give this its first reading, and do we want a committee meeting for the next meeting? How long would we like?
10 minutes?
10 minutes? Okay.
This resolution receives its first reading. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-81.
A resolution authorizing the city to transfer fee simple title to one or more parcels of commercial real property owned by the city of Mount Vernon to the Knox County Land Reutilization Corporation for purposes of economic development and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to suspend the rules requiring 3 separate readings and take Resolution 2025-81 to its third and final reading.
Second?
And move to second for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Seabolt,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Keener.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt Resolution 2025-81.
Second?
And move to second for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Keener.
We heard about this property a little bit earlier, and I think it's a useful way to move forward.
Any other discussion? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Seabolt,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-82. Mr. Sherman.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director of the City of Mount Vernon to grant a supplemental easement to Ohio Power Company, DBA American Electric Power, and declaring an emergency.
Mrs. Skinner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to suspend the rules and take Resolution 2025-82 to its third and final reading.
Second?
Been moved and second for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Seabolt,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Skinner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt Resolution 2025-82.
Second?
Been moved and second for the adoption of this resolution. Mrs. Keener.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Salyers and Mr. Ball, can you guys talk about how this is kind of a continuation of work that we have done previously?
Yes, previously, so the purpose, let's start with that. AEP is replacing transmission lines that will originate at the substation on Pittsburgh Avenue, just south of the smokestack. And it will go all the way around, across the river, through Arch Park, back to the substation that's on Mackenzie Street and the Cocosing River. We did a whole bunch of easements for the whole corridor. Obviously, they're already there, but we made changes. They're changing the alignment. As we approved, this body approved those were all signed. As they went through engineering, they need to make a slight adjustment in the turn. So this subject is the west side of Arch Park. And if you want to see the exhibits, I have the two difference. It is basically it is adding some easement to the northwest as they're making the turn with the power lines. As they designed this, they weren't able to keep the lines in the easement, and the federal regulations require them to have the easements. We have reviewed this in engineering. We have a lot of good things happening and a lot of good planning in Arch Park. This does not affect anything that we plan because this easement also overlaps with the fiber optic and this little swedge of land between the road and the power easement. We would not be building anything there anyway. Questions? And they're paying for it. So this does come with a check.
Any other questions?
That's what I cared about. They're paying for it.
Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-83. Mr. Sherman.
A resolution authorizing and directing the Safety Service Director to prepare and submit a co-application with Clinton Township to the Ohio Public Works Commission Capital Improvement Program as part of a joint partnership agreement between the City of Mount Vernon, Ohio, and Clinton Township, Knox County, Ohio, for funding for the Crystal Avenue Water Main Extension Project.
Mr. Ruckman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to give this its first reading and ask for a committee meeting. What do we want, Mr. Ball? 15 minutes, okay, please and thank you.
This resolution receives its first reading. Now I move to resolution number 2025-84. Mr. Sherman.
A resolution adopting the modified tax budget of the City of Mount Vernon, Ohio, for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2026, and submitting the same to the Auditor of Knox County, Ohio.
Mrs. Siebold.
Thank you. I would like to suspend the rules that require 3 separate readings and take resolution number 2025-74 to its third and final reading.
Second.
Then move to second for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Rule is suspended. Mrs. Siebold.
I move to adopt resolution number 2025-84.
Second.
Then move to second for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Siebold.
Thank you. Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Would you like to talk about this now?
Of course. So, about 2 months ago, council approved our property tax estimates, our budget estimates for the coming year that we are required to send to the county in order to get our property tax dollars from the county. So we did that after council approved it. We modified it, taking into account some numbers that our treasurer had given us about some of the new developments that were coming into town. So as a result, the county projects that we will get, I'll give you some context. So this current year, we received about $972,000 from the county in from property tax. This coming year, they are on track to give us 1.266 million. So a little bit more, about 300,000 more than we got this past year. This also includes the TIFs. Well, actually, the TIFs are not included in that 1.2 million, but we don't know what we're getting for the TIFs. So I guess pass it and then find out what's in it type of thing, unfortunately. But that's kind of that's kind of the nature of the beast, I suppose.
Very popular.
So yeah, so it's good we're getting more. I suspect we'll get somewhat less from the TIF that we got in years past, even though we got less last year than in previous years because the nature of the Coshocton Avenue TIF has changed, just in how council restructured it a few years back. But this is mostly just a formality to accept these rates or so they can give us the money. So that's basically it.
Question I have is, I thought we had to have that done in July. And so can we make adjustments after we once approve it?
County allows us to, yeah.
Didn't the county recommend these changes? Or?
This isn't we're not voting on the changes to the numbers. We're just voting to accept the money from the county.
Okay.
We want to accept money. We always say yes to money, Bruce. We never say no.
It accepts the rates the county approves for us, which is essentially just accepting the money.
Okay. Any other questions? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Next resolution is resolution number 2025-85.
A resolution authorizing and directing the auditor of the city of Mount Vernon to transfer certain funds.
Mrs. Sewell.
Thank you. I would like to suspend the rules that require 3 separate readings and take resolution number 2025-85 to its third and final reading.
Second.
Then move to second for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Sewell.
Thank you. I move to adopt resolution number 2025-85.
Second.
Then move to second for the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Sewell.
Thank you. Now we're only talking about $14,000. Doesn't
Yeah.
sound like much now.
Yeah, a little less, yeah. So this one's a little bit simpler. As we get to this point of the year, a lot of departments look at where they're at in terms of how the lines are for the rest of the year, and we found that we needed a little bit more money to pay some of our electric bills. So that's where this one comes from. So want to keep the lights on? Vote for this
It
one.
helps.
So that's
Might
about.
use the air conditioning a little bit more this year than normal.
That's right.
Any other questions? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Now we move to the resolution that was added this evening. That's resolution number 2025-86.
A resolution appointing representatives for city council to the city's compensation review commission and declaring an emergency.
Mrs. Woods.
Thank you. I move to suspend the rules requiring 3 separate readings and take resolution 2025-86 to its
Sec-
third.
Sorry. I was excited.
Then move to second to suspend the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The roll is suspended. Mrs. Woods?
Move to adopt resolution 2025-86.
Second.
Then move to second to adopt this resolution. Any discussion? Mrs. Woods?
Well, we had a very brief committee meeting earlier and discussed this, so unless you guys have any other further questions, we'll take a vote.
Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman,
Yes.
Ms. Keener,
Yes.
Mrs. Hager,
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold,
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. That concludes the resolutions for this evening. We now move to ordinances. First ordinance is Ordinance number 2025-23. Mr. Sherman.
An ordinance to revise Chapter 1309 of the Codified Ordinances regulating inoperable, unregistered, and junk vehicles, trailers, and other motorized equipment on city streets and private property, and declaring an emergency.
Mrs. Keener.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt ordinance 2025-23.
Second?
Been moved and second for the adoption of this ordinance. Any discussion? Mrs. Keener.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would just like to clarify, I know that there had been a question, in that first section, the definition of inoperable vehicles is a vehicle or trailer which is not moved for a period of 72 hours. But in the second section is what is actually enforceable, and that is after 14 consecutive days. And if anyone wants Mr. Zimmerman to come up, he can to answer questions, but I will tell you, I drove around with him and his assistant for almost 3 hours. We saw a lot of vehicles and really just getting into the heart of what he's looking for. I think that this is very well-intentioned. There are literally decades of vehicles sitting in properties. We're dealing with vermin, we're dealing with unsafe environments for children, and I think that his department has so many of those issues to deal with that I know that there were some young gentlemen who were very concerned about changing their oil in their car, you know, in their driveway and things like that. That is not what this is intended to focus on. So I really appreciate the time that you and your assistant took to drive me all over town. It was a great time. So I feel very comfortable, and I was a little hesitant when I first looked at this, but I feel very comfortable with the spirit of this and how his department is working with individuals. I think that we have really seen care and love for our community in this way. So I'm very thankful for the work that you've done and for the work the administrative team has done to really clean this up and bring us forward for this. So I would really encourage council to support this because I think it's just helping our community move in a better direction.
Any other discussion? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods.
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman.
Yes.
Ms. Keener.
Yes.
Mrs. Hager.
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold.
Yes.
Mr. Mahan.
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted. Next ordinance is for second reading. That's ordinance number 2025-26. Mr. Sherman.
An ordinance to accept the vacation of an undeveloped platted alley in the city of Mount Vernon, Knox County, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Ruckman.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I would like to give this a second reading, but I was also informed that since this is an alley vacation, it will require a public hearing. And what is our time requirement on that?
We have 30 day, we have to advertise it for 30 days prior to the hearing.
Okay.
So in other words, at the next meeting, we just have to postpone it until after the hearing. So this will be the second reading, but at the next meeting, we will do a postponement until we have the 30-day time limit we need to meet.
Public hearing of 15 minutes?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay.
Committee meeting for 15 minutes. This ordinance receives its second reading. The final ordinance for this evening is for first reading. That's ordinance number 2025-27. Mr. Sherman.
Approving the issuance of tax-exempt special obligation public infrastructure revenue bonds by the Mount Vernon New Community Authority in a maximum authorized amount of $3 million. Authorizing the execution of the cooperative agreement, authorizing and approving related items, and declaring an emergency.
Mrs. Keener.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to suspend the rules and take ordinance number 2025-27 to its third and final reading.
Second?
And move to second for the suspension of the rules. Any discussion on the suspension? Mr. Sherman.
Mrs. Woods?
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman?
Yes.
Ms. Keener?
Yes.
Mrs. Hager?
Yes.
Mrs. Siebold?
Yes.
Mr. Mahan?
Yes.
The rule is suspended. Mrs. Keener.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt ordinance number 2025-27.
Second?
And moved in second for the adoption of this ordinance. Any discussion? Mrs. Keener?
Thank you, Mr. President. I will turn it over to the mayor to start us off. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair and Council. This, as we had a committee meeting at the last city council meeting, I appreciate your indulgence there. We were still waiting to get information from the actual final numbers for the cooperative agreement, which is a pretty lengthy document, as you can see in your packet. And so it looks like the infrastructure was at 3.4 million or something like that in that neighborhood. In that attachment A, and so what this does, it allows the NCA to issue, we can start getting the infrastructure paid for and building homes and getting people moved into the homes. So this is really a housekeeping measure. I will tell you that upon council's approval, should that happen, that the NCA will be meeting this week for that domino to fall, so we can then move on to the next steps in the timeline that our attorneys presented to you earlier this year.
Any other discussion? And we discussed in the past that this does not have financial implication to us.
City is not on the hook for anything here.
Right.
It's the NCA.
Just wanna make sure.
All you're doing is you're releasing the TIF funds to be able to pay for the infrastructure.
Any other discussion? Mr. Sherman?
Mrs. Woods?
Yes.
Mr. Ruckman?
Yes.
Ms. Keener?
Yes.
Mrs. Hager?
Yes.
Mrs. Siebel?
Yes.
Mr. Mahan?
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted, and that concludes the legislative portion of the meeting. We now move to remarks from administration. Mayor Starr.
Thank you, Mr. President and Council. Just a couple of things I wanted to mention to you. This Saturday, the 30th of August, is Overdose Awareness Day. There is an event going on at the Chamber of Commerce at 501 South Main Street starting at 5:30 p.m. Everybody is welcome to attend that. Addiction and overdose and recovery is known to most everybody, either directly or indirectly, and so this is a chance to participate and show solidarity to our community's efforts to overcome addiction and overdose. So
That's gonna be where?
that'll be at the CA&C Depot, the Chamber of Commerce, 501 South Main Street.
They haven't moved yet.
They have not moved yet.
Okay,
That
that's
is
what I was
correct.
asking. You said chamber. I just
The
wanted to-
chamber, yeah.
I wanted to know
At
where
the-
we were.
Yeah, over next to Ariel Foundation Park there, so. And the last thing I just wanted to mention was to wish you all a very happy and safe Labor Day. That is all.
And that meeting's after the Buckeyes' victory. Mr. Saggers.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, speaking of Labor Day, the Captain Hunter's Landing splash pad will be open on Labor Day, but that will be the last day that you can enjoy it. So, if you want to stick out False Fall this week and enjoy Labor Day at Captain Hunter's Landing splash pad, have fun, because we'll be shutting her down for the season on September 2nd, closing that down. Additionally, I think we've about rounded out all the details in the city's first deer management program application. So that should be available to the public. If not by the end of this week, then early next week. And of course, we will get with the media and do a social media blast on that one so people can know how they can get that application and get that rolling. But we will have that out well in advance of the first day of deer season, of archery season. So there is that, and I think that is all I have. Oh, well, yes, of course, horns down, Mr. President. So
Okay.
horns down.
Horns
Go
down, that's
Buckeyes. There you go.
Auditor Brickman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Nothing for me.
Treasurer Stoller.
Nothing tonight, Mr. President.
Mr. Braun.
I have nothing, thank you.
Mrs. Hager.
I just wanted to remind everyone our last first Friday is September 5th. So there you go. Thank you.
Mr. Ruckman.
Nothing this evening, Mr. President.
Mrs. Woods.
Nothing this evening.
Mrs. Siebel.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Mrs. Skeeter.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just two things. Max, I think was your name. I wanted to let you know that I will take those names to our America 250 committee. I know that we are doing some things surrounding a few of those individuals already, but anticipate seeing a lot of history being brought to light in 2026. So we do have a whole committee who is working towards that, but I appreciate you coming and speaking so passionately about that. It is important, and we'll say America 250 every 2 weeks if we have to remind people that we are working on that. Additionally, I would just like to congratulate the Mount Vernon Arts Consortium for an amazing show that they did on Saturday night with Jay Leno at the Memorial Building here in town. It was a packed house, and I think that that is exactly what we had hoped to see out of the Mount Vernon Arts Consortium, and they are doing a fabulous job. So if you see anybody from that team, you tell them, good job, keep up the good work, because they are really putting Mount Vernon on the map. So that is all. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Meehan.
Thank you, sir. I want to say congrats to Mel Severns, who's not here, but is being honored for his 40 years at Mount Vernon Nazarene University, college and then university. And that is as an employee. That doesn't count his time as a student and a varsity baseball player. And speaking of the university, welcome back to all the students, both at Kenyon College, Central Ohio Technical College, if they're going to school there, and Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Got a bunch of students on campus already, and more to come. So glad to see all the students back. Thank you to, I want to thank Ms. Hager and Ms. Ranzer for being willing to serve on the compensation committee. I think that committee is a good idea, rather than arbitrarily, deciding things. Just have a committee that's got HR on it, that's got people from the city on it, that's got people. And Ms. Carroll, was that? I remember you discussing that. I don't remember if that came originally from you, but I remember you supporting that, and I think that's a good idea, and I appreciate you all being willing to serve. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the media for being here this evening. And that being said, I call for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
Move to second, we adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned.